Players? Sup, players? Hello, 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 hello. So, yeah, most of you guys are in the chat room, so you probably heard this spiel already, but man, you got to go to Greece. You do. You got to experience food outside of this country. I mean, there's only conspiracy theories out there, but you could smell it, you could feel it, you could taste it. There is a difference. We are being poisoned by the food in this country. My first day back after 10 days of eating like a champ, feeling great, stomach not a problem. Um, my skin's feeling better. I'm energetic. We're walking in 105-degree days and I'm feeling nothing. The food was phenomenal. You can feel the difference. My first day back here, well, again, it didn't help the airplane food on the ride home, but then I had some sushi the next day. I'm sick as a dog, and I never got sick from sushi, even in the neighborhood place by me. Everything I ate just did not sit right, and it's apparent. I mean, you could feel it, you could taste it. The people are nice, they live for serving, and it was just absolutely the greatest time. I wish I can go back, but probably going to see, maybe go to Italy again, not Italy, Sicily. Still want to do my wife's heritage tour. We're probably going to go to Iceland and Greenland and make our way to Newfoundland. That was the tour of basically Leif Erikson, which her dad is a descendant of. And again, anybody that is from Newfoundland claims to be descendant of Leif Erikson. So we're going to do the Leif Erikson tour. But coming right back, my biggest fear, and again, I never used to like to go away because I always thought I would miss an opportunity. Looks like there was one massive day to trade. That was last Thursday with the ENVX rolling over. You had the earnings reversal, and then you had the entire market had a blow off top. That probably would have been a lot of fun to trade. So I came back today, looking to just get right back into the swing of things, and bang, APLS, GDRX, stocks that reported, stocks that are in the news. And we got right into it. And again, on semiconductor. So I had to take a lump on the first trade of the day. It sucked that my first trade was a little short in APLS. If you see that chart, wow, APLS, what in the heck is that? So the stock was down about 70%. They reported earnings this morning and it was gapped up. It gave up the gap, rolled over, went negative, and just absolutely tanked. So that was my first trade. But then I figured, let me go short on semiconductor, quickly gave back all the APLS money. But then I managed to get back into the on semiconductor when it broke the VWAP, made some money back. I was just fighting a good fight today. I shorted GDRX when it topped out at 9 for a minute. But the portfolio, my God. And that's what's amazing about this market. I mean, I've got 19 stocks and they're all doing pretty well, except for NNOX, but that's okay. It's to be expected. You can't have everything go right. But that ENVX trade represents everything that I've been doing for 20, 30 years now. If I own a stock, I'm definitely going to look to short it on some pullbacks, because what I do wrong and what most traders do wrong and most investors, once you sell something, it takes a lot for you to want to buy it back. You want to buy it back cheaper, obviously. And a lot of times you don't get that chance because let's say you do sell something high and then it goes low, you're waiting for it to go lower to maybe give it that chance, and then it starts to rebound. The next thing you never buy it. So when I first started trading, I had a portfolio and all I did was trade around the portfolio. For instance, GDRX. I gave this one to you, about 3 weeks ago. So before you start getting emails and before you start getting people that want to take credit for it, you guys remember GDRX. My whole portfolio is X stocks, CDLX, GDRX, NNOX, CDLX. I mean, I just repeated myself, but the only thing I don't own is US Steel because I never make money trading that stock, which brings me to the what I'm doing tonight, RIG. Now, we are doing really well with this trade, but I'm thinking about actually buying more into the report. That's how bullish I am. And at this point, you got to start taking some shots going into reports. And I'm not going to do it, with a crazy size, but here's what I'm doing. And what's funny is that this trade represents everything that I don't do. That's how crazy bullish I am right now, because you might as well take some shots going into these reports, because it doesn't even matter. Stocks are going up right now until you get some blow off tops and rollovers. The trend is intact. Obviously, guys, Palantir, we got to $20, sold at 17.30. The stock pulled back to 13 and change. We still got to 20. CDLX, I hope you guys are still in that. That one I'm thinking about lightening up, because I don't know too much about it. We're in from 6 and change. The stock's at 11 and change going into the report. But I want to tell you something. I've done a lot of these videos, and I've gave you basically the list of stocks that the fund owns. And remember, my hedge fund and your hedge fund sitting by the fire. My hedge fund will set your hedge fund. Something lyrics, but whatever. But bottom line is, this market makes geniuses out of all of us, right? We got a couple of losses. Who owns 19 stocks and can say one of them's down? I mean, that's ridiculous. Owning 19 stocks is ridiculous in itself. I just wanted to prove a point. And the ones I didn't buy, finally, PayPal, Roku, Square. I mean, everything is working. And then somewhere in heaven, I would call her my aunt at this point, but my mom's best friend who passed away, we used to do Tupperware parties, Weight Watcher parties, Avon, anything that was for sale. My mom and her friends were into it. Tupperware, Weight Watchers, and Tupperware, Weight Watchers, Avon. Are you kidding me? Weight Watchers, 200% in the last couple of days, in a couple of weeks, right? And then Tupperware comes back. Come on, baby. We are in the ninth circle of hell. We're going to have to start looking to buy Blockbuster in the pink sheets right now. So it's a market that continues to just work. And and what's working? 3-year VWAP breakouts. So I posted something about ENVX online, and someone said, "You think it's a fraud?" And I said, "No. But once the market starts going down, the frauds will be exposed," is what I said. When the market starts to go back down, the frauds will be exposed. People that think they know what they're doing right now, because it's hard to be long and wrong right now. But when the market does turn, maybe, I don't know, sometime in the year 2027 or 2029 at this point, I mean, I guess we will go down. I thought Thursday was going to be more significant than it turned out to be. We had that one blow off top, and the next day we rallied and crushed everybody. That's why Friday was such a big up day. Anybody that got short on Thursday got annihilated on Friday. And here we are in a market that just refuses to go down. And it was a grind. I shorted GDRX. Again, the reason I was shorting that stock is that I don't want to sell it. So on any pullback, I'm just going to short the stock and I'm going to hold the stock. So short it on a day trade, own it in the fund. Same thing with SOXL. Own it. Looked like it was showing some weakness today. We decided to short it. Same thing, again, that's basically what I'm doing right now. But there will come a time where I will own none of these stocks. And that's what makes me different than most people. And if you're on my website, I update the portfolio every hour, not once in a while. I don't give an idea and then, oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, you didn't sell that one? Oh, yeah, we sold that 2 months ago. No, that doesn't happen with me. You're getting updated probably a little bit more than you need. Who needs to be updated every hour? But if you're hanging out on the website, I'm going to update you. So again, I'm not going to go through the list again. So far, so good. The only thing that we dumped and we don't own anymore is AAOI, and just absolutely phenomenal. And again, back to ENVX, that was a beautiful trade, right? You own it. You got a beautiful earnings reversal to short on Thursday. You don't sell it out of the portfolio because you still think it's going to 35, but you crush it on Thursday. And then you look up, you still own it. And here it is rebounding. What are we back to? 21 and change. Ion Q, same kind of thing. We were shorting it a couple of weeks ago. Again, the story never changes. It's the same day over and over again. So again, what we're doing with rig going into this close, going into the earnings, the dumbest trade I could possibly think of. And this is just ridiculous. Why would you do this? Because it's gambling. But we've got the right to gamble now. We've won. And if you're betting against the Yankees and the Mets, you got plenty of gambling money, right? So, and speaking of gambling, get this. I got tickets to the Super Bowl in Vegas. So if you guys are going to be at the Super Bowl, come find me. It's going to be a fun time. So, SoFi, I was going to say SoFi. SoFi. UPST. I mean, it's just absolutely incredible. Just sitting down for the first time and just seeing where some of these names are. All right. So talking about rig, right? I think we get an explosion on earnings, because why not? Right? I think the sector is going to stay hot for the next 6 months, maybe even next year. I think if we do rotate out of tech a little bit, you're probably going to go right back into the cliffs and the Alcoas and the gas and oil exploration and stuff like rig. Rigs at I think a 6 or 7 year high. Normally, I would say no way. You want to sell this going into the number, but I'm going in long. I'm actually buying more right now before the close. Here's the best part. If I'm wrong tomorrow and we get a dip and it becomes an earnings reversal to the upside, so let's say rig does report and it's down 5 or 6%, and if you start breaking VWAP and going up, I'm going to put on the biggest trade of my entire life. I'm going to buy 500,000 shares of this thing, because if it breaks out, you're going to $10.30, and I want every penny that I can make on this name. I've done very well in my life with this rig. I've done very well with Halliburton. I just don't do well going into reports, but I have to be involved to a little bit more of the extent that I have. So I'm adding to it before the report against the proper procedure. Normally, I'd wait for the earnings to come out. Hopefully, you get the dip and then you buy it and look for the rip. I got to be involved in some. So again, here's the joke. So right now, the joke is we're selling the 1050s for Friday for 3 cents. I know it doesn't mean anything to you, right? 3 cents. Why? Why even bother, right? Because let it go to 1050. That's what we want. My target's $10.30. I think the stock could get there, possibly on this report. So I'm just going to take in, not again, I'm buying, let's say I buy 1050 calls for next week, right? So those are the not, sorry, no, don't mess up here. It's the 950s right now at 18 cents. So let's put the trade in. 950s for 18 cents. That's the August 11th, 950s for 18 cents. You're buying 20, 30, 40, 50. And then whatever you do, I'm going to bait. I call this baiting the stock. I'm going to sell the 1050s that expire this Friday. I know it's only 3 cents. It's insignificant, but it's bait. I'm trying to fool the matrix, thinking, oh, look at this idiot selling naked 1050 calls going into an earnings report. Little does the matrix know that I own the 950s for the following week. So it's a 950, 1050 vertical call spread going into the earnings report. Chances of success, 0. I'm doing it anyway because we've got some money to play with, and that's what this is all about. Having some money to play with, now you have a chance to do something with it. So you might as well take it on, take a shot on a cheap option going into an earnings report. Because if I'm right and this thing pops 10 or 12%, boom, we'll make, 2, 3, 4, 500% on our money. And if I'm really right, this thing closes at 1050 on Friday. Awesome. Yeah. How'd it go?
Pretty good. Jake's here. He's going to say goodbye.
I'm doing a live video, but there's the machine. The machine's working hard. He was in a golf tournament all day. So that's what he got to do.
The machine,
there
the
he
scramble
is.
Team shot 1 under today.
What'd you shoot?
Well, it was 4 of us. We scrambled.
Oh, nice.
1 under, baby.
I have no idea what that means, but he's already a better golfer than I am.
It's good. They know.
Yeah. He's working hard.
No, I'm back at it tomorrow.
All right. Yeah, you didn't miss much today. There was kind of a boring day. It was pre-market, and the rest of the day. Most of the day was a grind. But listen.
Jake. He's leaving.
Oh, Jake. All right. Let me go sign off. my boy's leaving for Kentucky. You're gonna go be a repairman of airplanes now, right?
Yes.
That's exciting.
Yes.
Exciting. All right. The reason I wanted to touch base is if I'm not around tomorrow or Wednesday, we're definitely schmoozing Thursday night. I got a sushi party at my house. We're doing we do our own sushi. It's a little birthday party for a good friend of ours. He loves the sushi. His uncle's a fishmongerer. We bring all the sushi, the fresh fish to my house, and we create our own fish, our own sushi. But we're definitely schmoozing Thursday night because we got Apple and Amazon, the original reason that we schmooze. So if I could find a guest, I got to bring Mark Newton on. I don't know if he's free this week. We're gonna have JC on again. And we're just gonna talk about what we all saw last year, and again October and December, and what we saw in March, and how we're positioning ourselves for what may or may not happen over the next 6 months. All right, good luck if you're taking this rig trade, but you should be in the stock from 685. CDLX is tomorrow. That one I'm thinking about lightening up because that one I own the stock. I'm thinking about just taking the option into the report. I don't want to give back a 50%. It's almost a 70% move on CDLX. Just it's absolutely stunning what's been happening. And I hope you guys are kicking ass as well as it seems like you should be. And I know there are still people out there struggling. Today was not a good day to trade. There was, a couple of decent ones, but the rest of the day was a real grind. And you could have got lit up. I almost got lit up on a couple of shorts. And, just right back into getting right back into the swing of things, I'm looking forward to August. August used to be so much fun, and then it became the worst month. I think it's going to be great. All right. If I don't see you tomorrow or Wednesday, I'll definitely come back Thursday to remind you about the schmooze. If you don't have a password, just email me. I'll get you the password. I'm going to get back into the emailing, and everybody's, again by mid August, and then we'll have whatever that holiday. What comes in August? We got Labor Day. By Labor Day, we'll all be one big happy family again. And then let's see what we do over the next 4 to 5 years together. All right. I'll see you guys on the flip side.